Welcome back to our Lions Walk. We have got Charlie back with us to look back at that Stoke City win and the final 8 games for Millwall. How many points are the Lions likely to pick up? Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to get straight into it. Here's the fixtures, and we're getting quite excited on this channel. Well, I am, because my dark horses for the playoffs continue to creep up this league, and I just suspect, Charlie, it just might happen. Look at these home games. Portsmouth, winnable. Middlesbrough, winnable. Norwich, winnable. Swansea, very winnable. Are you getting excited yet?
There's a little something going on at the moment. I can't tell what it is, but it's sort of reminiscent of a few years ago when we kept on having results go our way. We sort of keep dropping that form, but then something goes our way, and then we win a game, and next thing you know, we're still in the conversation, even though we should be miles out of it by now, our form recently, but we're just keeping in it somehow. And I think, as you say, you look at our games coming up. I mean, obviously there's some daunting away fixtures there, but the home fixtures we're looking at, if we can keep how solid we are playing at the moment, you can only hope, I guess.
I mean, it's not. I mean, what are you, 6 points outside it with 8 to play? I mean, stranger things have happened in football. But it is those away games, isn't it? It's Sunderland away next, then the Blades. There's the next away game after that. Blackburn is very winnable with what's going on with them at the moment, and then the final day of the season, you could almost hope that Burnley are in party mode by then.
Yeah,
couldn't you?
Yeah,
that they've already sorted out promotion by then.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we're sort of hoping for. I think games like the Sheffield United game as well. I think they're looking at their celebrations after the derby this weekend. I think hopefully they'll still be a little bit hungover. But I mean, we also play well against them teams that have a lot to play for and who are the better side. So fingers crossed, yeah.
Absolutely. We'll be here for the next 8 weeks going through it with Charlie and all our Millwall fans on this channel. So do join us for it. Let's talk about the Stoke game then. First of all, our Stoke fans were saying that was never a penalty. Do you agree?
I wouldn't say never a penalty. I think it's a soft penalty. I think if there's a given against Millwall, I think a lot of us would be like, well, that's not a pen. But if you look at the game, I think there was 1 or 2 challenges before that one, especially the one on Coburn just before. It was a ball play across the 6-yard box. He was there to tap it in. Wilmot dragged him back. That's a penalty. And it's the same as the one that was given. I know Coburn's fallen. He's gone with it, but at the end of the day, he's not going to get the penalty if he doesn't go with it. If you get what I mean. I know the Stoke fans have also been retweeting a video of Jake Cooper in the reverse fixture when he pulled back Berger.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they think that's a penalty, then surely that one is as well. So, works both ways, I guess.
I'll tell you what, there's one player I wasn't expecting to be talking about this week as being the man of the match. It was Mitchell. Scott says, it's a strange day at the office when Mitchell and Brian are head and shoulders above the rest. George says, Mitchell was electric. Well, there's a turn up for the Bucks. Yeah, how good was he?
Yeah, I've got to say, I've been a big critic of Billy's recently. But I think the last 2 games in particular, I think he came on at Leeds. I think when everyone saw him warming up, we were all like, oh my God, is he really coming up? But he was actually probably the staple of our midfield against Leeds. I think the thing with Billy Mitchell is he does the simple things right. So he can make them short passes. He runs, he keeps the ball. And I think he did that really well against Leeds. We were unlucky in the result there. I think a few errors individually. I think the first goal from Jensen was really poor, but he came in and he gave us that stability in midfield and sort of kept it ticking throughout the game. I think that's why it was quite a close game in the end. And then against Stoke on Saturday, he was really good. I think there's a clip going around today that Millwall posted of a brilliant bit of skill he did in the 80th minute, where he's done a brilliant touch and spread the ball out wide. And it's sort of something that you hope to see from Billy, because we all know we all sort of criticise him for passing backwards all the time, passing sideways. So it's nice to see he has got that, and hopefully he's building his confidence to make them more line-breaking passes. It'd be good to see, because I think he works well with Casper Denor in the middle as that sort of anchor keeping him, because it lets him push up more as well.
I think it's been mocked, that video a bit, hasn't it, by rival fans going, and? Never mind. Right. You found a new penalty taker and scorer. Why has he not been on them before? I mean, I love the Millwall admin at the moment. They're on fire. The BFS, they're referring him to now with a BF moment. Michael says, I was thinking about why the BFS had never taken a penalty before. He now needs to stay on them now. Yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I was also surprised. I think the one at Luton, when Connolly took it, I was surprised to think, why isn't Ivanovic taking it? But yeah, he scored one in an under-21 game as well when he first came into the squad, and I remember everyone was sort of sharing it, saying like, "Oh, look, this is how you take a penalty." But yeah, after Coburn's missed as well, we've seen 2 really poor penalties. So I think there was a few nervous people in the ground on Saturday when he had that penalty. But yeah, he slotted it away perfectly. I think that's what we want to see from our striker going up, putting the ball in the side of the net. Good penalty.
We comment on every game here, so we do need a quick comment from you on the Leeds game as well. That was the midweek one after our last record.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose they had to beat us on the 3rd attempt this season. It was coming. But yeah, it as I said, it was a bit of a tight game. We were unlucky to concede in that first 5 minutes. I think that would have kept it a lot more open. At the end of the day, Leeds are a better side than us. They've got all that money invested into them. They should be beating us. And I think it's just one we have to take on the chin and move on.
Okay. All right. Next week, join us because we're going to get Charlie to look at all the out-of-contract players for Millwall and decide what happens with them. So join us for that. Yeah, shorter one this week. But we'll see you in 7 days' time because of the international break. And we'll also look ahead to the next game as well. So tune in for that. Thanks for joining us. Do drop us a subscribe if you haven't done so already. And join us as we head through the final 8 games of the season for the Lions. Thanks for watching.